23.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. So
And you?
I had a lot of fun.
I know where you lived when you were born.
1973.
And I learned how to play really well.
Oh my God. I will say since I've opened Keller Street, I didn't know anybody, but I was, like I said, I was here about 7 years. I didn't know fuck all. I opened this place. I have met more people who are from Petaluma forever than any other town I've lived in. And I love it. I think sometimes it's a little annoying, but at the same time, I just like to be able to hear the stories. But what's great is somebody will come in here and they'll tell a story. This happens with Lance a lot. And Brian Rigney is here and so-and-so. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. You know this person? And then there's like a 30-minute conversation about the high school antics they were in or whatever. And I'm like, oh my God, everybody here knows everybody, which is great.
Yeah.
Also scary because then everybody knows all your business.
People don't forget.
And
60.
Well, I'm fortunate that I didn't get to grow up with that. So I met Lance right out of high school.
Yeah.
You were in boring Chicago.
Phil's been here freaking forever too.
Oh, Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but we're playing that song tonight.
Yeah.
Wait, was that I suck. That was a song reference. I didn't even get it.
What music do you listen to that keeps you so guided?
I don't know the music I listen to. Stuff that keeps my hips moving. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay, so
she's a big Pitbull fan.
Do you have a Prius with a sticker that says coexist on the back? Okay, thank you.
Do not.
Thank you. And not no goddess sticker either.
No, I don't know what that is. I'm no.
It's a standard Fairfax.
My stickers are all in Spanish.
Yeah.
Okay, good. You need back off.
Eli, what's going on? Are you afraid over there? You have the best
Eli's shy.
smile I have ever seen.
Yeah, well, I get that a lot.
Can you take your glasses off just for a second?
I like the singlet.
Honestly, if you walked, he's crossing his eyes. Or are they meant to be that? Are they normally like that?
That's how they are.
Eli is single. Eli is single.
I wouldn't know what you look like if you walked in without this beautiful thing on.
It's the fanny pack.
Actually, I didn't even notice the fanny pack until I saw you putting your phone in it. And I saw a picture of you from I think Rivertown Revival when you were on a weird boat craft thing.
Oh, yeah.
I love it. I just like
that weird boat craft
Petaluma.
is for sale, I think, isn't it?
Really?
Is that correct?
Yeah, sale for free.
Shut up.
Just make it go away.
Yeah, I don't have the time to take it out anymore. I built it. It floats really well.
It pedals.
I don't really have a lot of space to hold on to it, and since I don't have time to take it out anymore, I'm going to give it away to anybody who wants it, so contact me. All right.
For real?
Take advantage of it while the river still has water in it.
It's a stand-up pedal boat.
Yeah.
It pedals you up and down the river.
What's going on with the dredge?
Does anybody know?
The lack of dredge.
Right.
The lack of. Are we boring you, Lance?
It's gotten expensive.
No, I have ADD. It's really hard for me to just sit.
Well, talk about something. Tell us.
You know what? It's his turn to talk about his life in Petaluma. It's more about his life. It's actually more about his grandfather and great-grandfather's life, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, I think he comes from Petaluma royalty.
Have you seen the old Brown mansion?
Yes.
Have you seen? It's got a stoop with. It's got the carriage stoop with the name Brown on it out in front of it.
That's your family.
Those concrete stoops that you see on the sidewalk are carriage stoops, so that
we don't fuck around.
Step off your carriage onto that concrete block and then onto the sidewalk.
Nice.
And that was the Browns, and it's got the Brown name on it. And I do believe his great grandfather was actually. He found
great grandmother?
His great. Yeah, but wasn't one of your grandparents killed out on in Chileno Valley? Yeah, didn't they? I think there was. I think one of his relatives was.
Maybe my family didn't tell me that because they
was involved.
They didn't want to hurt.
I believe involved in one of the mysterious deaths of Petaluma back in the early 1900s.
Is there a book about that?
There
Mysterious
is.
Deaths of Petaluma.
Oh gosh,
there's a grassy knoll hill here long before 1964.
Really? Wait, wasn't that 63?
It was 63.
Yeah, whatever.
I don't. I mean,
no. Petaluma had the first grassy knoll.
64. Fuck that.
Hey, everybody, smile for Natalie. Pavilion. She's going to come. Natalie is like who keeps this place going.
Chief photographer.
She's right through the glass. We're just going to get all the reflection. Honestly, Phil, this is the best. We've been doing this for almost a year.
Yeah.
And you're just now letting me use this thing.
Yeah.
This is the best.
Congratulations.
Because normally I'm
Tom,
like,
you got a
I'm
podcast.
sitting up like this.
Serious question. Serious question.
You guys
With
are
the
like a big
microphone,
deal.
size does matter.
What? Yeah.
I mean, that's more than just a microphone.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow, that's a partner.
Have you listened, Danielle?
Have you listened to my podcast
No, have you
before?
listened on stage? But Tom?
I did listen to a little bit of it.
That means hardly at all.
I know. Hardly
No,
at
it
all.
is hardly at all.
I've never listened to it. I cannot hear my voice.
I listened to.
Oh, you have a great
one band.
voice, I think.
Danielle,
Yeah, it's
she's
weird.
going to hook you up and get you 976 number.
The 5th anniversary thing is pretty cool because you're telling like some. Really
I watched
killer-
that whole thing.
Yeah, there's great stories, and Jim had a very
Jim's got
sly way of keeping you on
Yeah, he
track
did.
because you were going.
He went about 7 minutes too long. The crowd was getting restless in back. We're all
Yeah, but he was off in tangents.
I mean, those have to be very emotional moments for
No,
you.
no, back
I would
up.
think
Which,
with
back
everything
up and-
that you've
we'll
seen,
back up
been
and talk
through.
about that.
well, yeah, but
Just
What do you
talking
guys
about
talk-
the Phoenix.
No,
it's been
what
such
are
a
they talking-
ride. It's not
Yeah.
emotional.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay,
It's
Eli,
a
how come
yeah.
you weren't? Tell me a little bit about why you were not there, or maybe you were there but you weren't on the.
Better things
Fucker
to
went
do.
to Hawaii.
Shut the hell up.
It's
Be
got a
nice.
crab, too. Is
He was
crab?
Really?
he was the first
My
asked.
eyes are bad.
He was the first asked, but he couldn't make it because he had other plans.
yes.
Plans that were too
Yes, he did.
important.
Oh,
to
yeah,
cancel?
he was the first. asked.
Swimming with dolphins.
He
Oh, for
working
that
on my
5th anniversary
tan.
thing?
yeah.
You have a nice tan.
I was out of town that week.
Yeah, you were.
I was
Yeah.
bummed.
Oh, and you weren't there either?
No, I was camping.
If you
I was out
could
of town.
follow Eli in Facebook from his Hawaii trip, you realize this kid touched everything that you're supposed to touch in Hawaii to have that trip. He's got pictures of everywhere
Everything?
you could possibly go. Everything. Including right down to the end when he came back to the country and pissed half of Sonoma County off with this beautiful
Yes.
version of
Yes.
faith.
Gotta have faith.
That's
You
one of
gotta
the
have
greatest
fucking faith.
videos I've ever seen.
George Michael?
Wait, why would that piss Sonoma County off?
Because he single-handedly demeaned an entire race of people.
Cultural
That was
appropriation.
it. He did it. First off, he bought he bought one of those. What are those things called? The skirt thing that.
The grass skirt?
hula.
Yeah, he bought
hula.
he bought a hula
I
skirt.
wanna
I'm
call it
sure
a lei.
in Hawaii, at one of the tourist places, and then he proceeded on a beach to do a version on a ukulele of George Michael. George Michael's "Gotta Have Faith," and he nailed it.
Just
Nails
for the
that tune.
record, it's just faith.
Is it just Faith?
Yeah,
Got
it's
it.
just
Faith.
It's Faith.
He's gotta have
nailed
faith,
the
though.
tune. It's one of the greatest versions I've
And
ever
this
seen.
is on your Facebook page?
But because he was wearing the lace
All right,
skirt,
we're
people
following
got
it.
really upset about it.
What?
It was cultural appropriation.
The fuck does that mean?
Exactly. It means
It
you
means
should do it
he's
as
not
much as you
Tom
possibly
Heller
can.
It means when in Rome.
Oh, the Hawaiians were sensitive about it? Yeah.
No, actually, just one cunt Hawaiian was about it. No, it was a bullshit deal. Honestly, it was.
How do you really feel about it?
I read that. I don't even. Okay, let me preface it by saying I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. So I would
So you
call
don't
Pete.
actually know who it was.
I would call
It was
Pete
somebody.
a cunt. It was a person.
Oh, yeah,
and
he's-
they
he's-
just attacked fucking Eli over.
Well, you're English, too, in another life.
over this
So-
thing. Yeah. No. It was bullshit. And you know what? These fucking people, because they got their little keyboards, get to
Oh, they hide
create
behind the
an issue
keyboard.
that doesn't fucking exist. No, it's bullshit.
It's true. There's a lot of
It's
that
total
kind of
bullshit.
bullshit.
We don't say cunt, we say twat.
And then when Eli responded, that
when?
really
In the
pissed him
80s?
off.
Can you bleep?
whoa.
Can you bleep out the cunt? I didn't mean to say that.
We won't.
It really
don't
pissed
need
me
to.
off.
We'll take cunt out of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
We
That's
don't
the
need to.
guy-
Let's say it one more time.
if
We're
you
going to
say
take
it-
out of it.
Cunt, cunt,
Yeah,
cunt,
saying
twat,
cunt.
cunt.
Okay.
I have a friend who lives in Brooklyn and who has been
Hashtag.
binging on this podcast for weeks. This is hysterical. She's like my one fan. Every
Yeah, I know.
episode she listens to, she comes back with, "Oh, it was so funny that you said this,"
What's
or
her
"It went
name?
that way." Her name is
Oh, boy.
Catherine Keller. Actually, believe it or not,
Catherine
Her-
Keller?
We call her KK. Actually,
Keller
And she's
Street. We are
free- I
doing this from
know.
Catherine Keller
I'm going to actually
Street.
have her on the podcast. We're going to
Oh,
have to
you
like
should.
phone
Yeah,
her
we'll call
in,
her up.
right?
Hey, Catherine,
Yeah, you should.
I want you to
be
meet
nice
Eli.
because she is the freaking
is
best.
Catherine married?
She's
Oh,
not.
boy.
She's not married.
We should
She
hook
should
her up
be.
with
She's
Eli.
amazing.
Is
She's
she
amazing.
a cunt?
She is not.
Oh,
Okay.
We
She
can't
is
call her
like-
Catherine Keller the cunt.
No, you cannot.
Okay.
I'll beat you if you do because she's
She's
one
not.
of the most
I would
amazing
never.
humans I have ever met.
No, we love Catherine.
She let me sleep on her couch
Catherine's
for 2
great.
weeks.
Fucking awesome.
Catherine's great.
Yeah.
Call her up. Catherine, if you're listening, call. We're live.
I totally
The number
forgot.
is-
I should. We should
Speakerphone, come
totally.
on.
I'm going to be like, do we have
wanna ask
time?
her, yeah.
Phil's looking at his watch. I don't know. Maybe we don't have
Oh,
time.
Are we
What
paying,
is
No, my
it?
kids
are
are
we
blowing
paying
me
by
up.
the minute? Fuck, keep it rolling. Keep
I'm
it
gonna
rolling.
call her
Yeah, we
KK. We got to call her KK. No, here's funny. We went to a bar in Brooklyn, and I know her as KK, but since she's been in New York, nobody's ever heard that before. So I kept saying to people,
asked
KK
me
this,
to
and they're
call
like,
her
"Who are
KK.
you talking about?" I'm like, "Oh, Catherine." Anyway, I was going to tell you a story about her. Now you guys totally got me all distracted.
She's out of dinner
KK
now.
will tell us the story.
Can we
tell you.
ask her questions?
The workday is done.
I'm just going to...
Is there anything off limits in this conversation?
Oh boy.
You know me.
Don't call her a cunt.
I just want to ask her.
Don't call her naughty names.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I can hear it.
We don't even know her. Here we go.
Can I put this in there?
Catherine, we're talking about you.
Okay, you're on the podcast, so just be careful what you say.
You can say anything.
Don't say
Can
cunt.
you hear what's happening? What's here? All these guys want to hear from you.
We heard all about you, KK.
We know, yeah.
Now, tell her we're going to call in 5 minutes.
The ass end of your phone is the speaker.
What?
Oh.
Well, there you go.
Right. Okay. I was just telling him about my visit to Brooklyn and how you're binge listening to all of my podcasts, and you remember more than I do because you keep texting me. You're like, "Oh, it was so cute when you said this," and I'm like, "What episode?"
All right.
No.
Speed this up. Hey,
Let's do
Right.
this right.
Catherine,
we're live.
Hey, we have questions.
Let's do this right. What's her phone number?
Phil. Oh, you know what? He wants me to hang up, and I'm just going to patch you in on.
Can we give Eli your phone number,
We can
Catherine?
bring her in.
Yeah, and I have an important question I need to ask her once we get her back.
Okay.
Yeah, we need Catherine.
We're gonna get her back.
Okay, we're going to get you right back, Catherine. Okay.
Okay.
Can we see a picture of
She's
her?
going to kick my freaking ass.
Well, that's all
What's
right.
her last name?
Let's
Is she
get
on your
that
Facebook?
She is on my Facebook.
Oh, man, he's going to stalk her. Yeah. Keller, where were you like 5 minutes ago?
805.
Yeah.
I want to know who we're talking to.
I remember one of
Use
the
your inner
Keller
voice.
family lived up across from me on Bassett Street.
Yeah.
Brandon. I can't remember the dad's name. The dad was.
I want to make sure she knows also that I'm not cheating her out of a full episode because I promised I was going to get her. Oh, you guys can hear on the.
Yeah, we're not
Can
going
you
to
hear?
cheat her out of a full episode.
Grove.
Oh, she's
Don't
not
scare
answering
the
now.
shit out of her.
Cameron was
Don't
the kid.
scare
and he
her.
was a
Where'd she
little-
go?
he'd
She's
come-
got better
Hey,
things to
Pete, you wanna
do.
play baseball?
All of a
Whoa,
sudden.
whoa, whoa. Hello.
I can't find her.
KK.
KK.
This is Catherine Keller, my BFF in Brooklyn.
Okay, KK, please.
Okay, wait.
Sing us a song.
Oh,
Sing us a
you don't
song.
have to sing really.
You
These guys.
do.
So these are the guys I was telling you about, the band, Thus the Buzz, and they're being super nutty.
Hi,
in here.
Dan.
Hey.
Hello.
When she wants to, she sounds.
Contestant number
All
one.
right. So I don't know what. Actually, I don't know why we called you. Other than they got so excited when I was talking about you. They're like, "Let's call her."
Tom would like a few minutes.
I would like
actually
some
has a
background.
question.
This is the
Tom
first
wants
time
to-
Tom
I've
has a question.
actually had a discussion with someone named Keller. You know, this office is on Keller Street in Petaluma. Were you aware of that, Catherine?
Right.
The question
I am.
is, you are
We're on
now.
Keller right now.
So were you aware that Garrett Keller was the person that came to the Petaluma area directly after he left the gold fields in 1849, and he stole all of Petaluma and built this town here? And his name was Garrett Keller. Is there any way you could find out if you were related to that man in any way?
Gary Keller of
Garrett.
Petaluma.
Garrett
Garrett.
Keller.
Garrett.
Tough to find. You need to look him up now. So what happened was after he
Have to go
You
to
could
the-
He
use
came
our
to town.
Ancestry.com
Yeah, get on
account.
to-
he
look
came
it
to
up.
town, realized it'd make a great shipping town for all the farmers that he'd met that were moving to the Santa Rosa area. He met them all in the gold fields. They split up. They started heading north. He said, "Oh well, we could ship your goods from this river." So he went back to San Francisco. He finally made it down to San Francisco. Hired a surveyor, brought him up here, plotted out the downtown, sold the lots for $10 a piece, and he didn't own one of them. Made a good amount of money doing that, and the city of Petaluma was built around those lots that he sold. 5 years later, a person came up from Costa Rica that had a land grant from the Spanish government, which was his property.
Lance.
And
Okay, this
we
is your
absolutely
history
didn't give it back to him.
What did I do?
And then
It's like
another
I've
guy
heard
came
this
with a
one.
Mexican land grant. The point
This
is,
is a
but
great
in
one.
the
This is a great
end,
story.
Garrett Keller left Petaluma to go to Kansas to fight with the abolitionists. This is why this man is my hero.
Oh.
He founded my favorite town, and he went to fight against slavery, and he put it all on the line for Petaluma and against slavery. So, are you a relative of Garrett Keller's?
Oh my God! You need to go on to
I
Ancestry.
cannot believe this is pressing Friday night Petaluma information to find out if I'm related to this man.
This is what we do in Petaluma.
Where are you, by the way?
This might
Lance
be
was
the
wondering.
This is partying.
This is the wrong.
This is how we party.
I'm finding the wrong Catherine Keller.
He's Googling you right
Look,
now.
he's up on
Lance is
You're an
stalking
imposter.
No.
No, seriously.
You
I just know that I went to New York for 2 days
We know.
and stayed for 2 weeks, right? I told you this story?
Oh, was that her
Catherine,
fault?
it was her fault.
Catherine, could you,
She
could you
had a
forward your
couch that
Tinder
she let me
profile
stay
to
on.
Eli, please?
Eli's wearing a singlet if you're wondering.
Eli's hot.
Eli
fucking
is
hot.
super hot. He's super hot.
If you saw him without the wig, you'd really get it.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Catherine, were you
Wow.
were you with more important people when I called you?
I
Are you with
Oh, that's
Carmine?